Yep. Today, man, I just want to talk about, I want to bring up some like topics every day and have conversations about it. You know, like, I be by myself a lot. And what I've been noticing lately, bro, in this world is that people are so willing to take shortcuts to achieve their goals. Like, I'm realizing that happens more and more often every single day, man. Especially like younger people these days, they're willing to do whatever it takes to get to the front of the line without knowing that it takes, you have to put in the work, you have to be committed, you have to be, you know, disciplined to get things done. Nowadays, everybody just wants to take the shortcut to get ahead and to achieve their goals. And I'm like, this is insane, because all that creates chaos in the world. That's all that happens. It creates chaos, dude. You know, a lot of people nowadays, man, they're just willing to just do whatever it takes to get ahead. And that's a bad thing, man, because I remember when I was growing, when I was little, bro, I grew up with my grandparents. So my grandparents used to always tell me, like, everything you do in life, every single thing you do in life that's bad, you're going to have to answer to it later on in your life. Eventually, you're going to have to answer for every bad things that you do. You know, so when I was little, I never really understood that. You know, every single day, my grandmother used to tell me, like, when I used to go to school, I used to do bad stuff in school. Like, you know, the teachers used to call, and I'll get home and she'll tell me, every single thing you do today is going to determine what happens to you tomorrow. So if you're rude and disrespectful to the teachers today, guess what's going to happen to you tomorrow when you go to school? Guess what's going to happen next week when you go to school? She used to always tell me, every bad things that we do as human beings, we are going to have to answer to those things later on in life. Sooner or later, we're going to have to answer to those things. And I've been seeing, and the reason I bring this up is that I see so many people these days, man, doing bad things to get ahead in life. And I'm like, bro, only if you guys know, bro, eventually you're going to have to answer to this type of things. Every single thing. And that's how I know there is a God and there's a higher power, because money, it doesn't matter about money. If you do bad things in life, regardless about money, money is printed. You think about what I'm saying. There is so many people with a whole lot of money that done bad stuff in their lives. And at an older age, they're facing the consequences for it. We could look at this guy, the Puff Daddy guy, the rapper. Like, you could look at his story and just think about exactly what I'm saying right now. Like, this guy, allegedly, let's say allegedly, because I don't know if he's 100% accurate, but allegedly, this guy did a lot of bad things when he was younger. You know, and you would think, okay, this guy have a boatload of money, this guy's a billionaire, this guy will never get in trouble. But that's, once again, that's the reason why I say there is a higher power in this world. Because look at the situation this guy is in right now. This guy is probably close to, like, in his 50s, 60s or something, and he's going through the worst phase of his life. People don't think about stuff like that. Look at Pablo Escobar. A lot of people role models Pablo Escobar, which I think is a good man, because he gave back a lot to his country and he helped a lot of people out. But what he was doing for the money made him a bad person. You know, Pablo Escobar helped out a lot of Colombians. He helped out a lot of people. A lot of people love that man because he gave back a lot. He gave back a lot to his country and to his peoples. But at the end of the day, look how he went down. Because there is no way we're going to get away with doing bad things. There is no way in this world possible we are going to get away with doing bad. And I've been wanting to tell, like, you know, that's why I decided to, like, start making these videos. And hopefully the younger people will start recognizing, like, what's going on. Like, the younger people will pay attention to history. Because that's all you got to do. Pay attention to history and you'll come up with the answers. Bernie Madoff, another man. That man is not a legend. That man was doing bad things to people for years and years and years and enjoying the luxurious lifestyle of a hard-working people's money. He did that for years, dude. And look what happened at end of this man's life. He ended up paying the consequences in his 70s, 80s, being locked up forever. You know, so I'll be just wanting to do videos like this, and I'm going to continue to do it. Just to bring awareness to young people, man, how important it is to make the right choices in life. Because at the end of the day, life comes down to the choices that you make. Simple and plain. We all have choices to make in this world. That's what makes us different from animals and other creation that God has on this planet. We have choices. You know, a tree cannot do nothing but grow as a tree. A dog cannot do nothing but to be a dog. I'm just trying to draw an example to you guys. As human beings, we are the only species that God put on this planet that can actually do things differently, that we can actually change the direction we're currently going and choose a different direction. You know, we can constantly, every day, change our directions, change the things that we're currently doing. So I want to do stuff like this one because it's just nowadays you're seeing it on the news, you're reading in the newspaper, and you're seeing it in person. I'm in New York State, so I see it in person all the time. Like, younger people is taking the risk of trying to cut the line to get ahead in life, not understanding the history when you do stuff like that. Because every bad things that we do to get ahead in life, every bad things that we do in life, we are going to have to answer for those things in the future. You know, so, and if you guys out there have a friend that you see that, you know, they're going about having a good life in a bad way, they're doing things that's eventually going to get them in a situation that they're going to be suffering, I think it's best you always, regardless if you say, oh yeah, they don't listen, this and that, always, if you love somebody, if you love that person, tell them about history. Show them history. Make them think about it in that way, in that manner. Pay attention to history, man, because if you pay attention to history in life, the answers will all come back to you. You know, now I'm grown, and I'm thinking about my grandparents all the time. They used to tell me about, like, to be good, do what's right. You know, like, every single day, do the best you can to help someone else out. You know what I mean? Don't make it about yourself, because helping and giving back matters. But you have to help and give back without wanting anything in return. And you have to help with doing what's right. Meaning that if you're going to help others financially, the money you're making that you're going to help others with has to be money that you earn doing the right thing. A lot of people be like, okay, you know what, yeah, I'm helping somebody, I'm helping my community. But yes, you could help your community, and you could once again look at Pablo Escobar's story. Mr. Pablo Escobar, and I'm calling Mr. because that man has had a great heart. That man helped out, and you could look at his story and you could read books about that man, the amount of things that man did for his country and for the people of his country. That man was building houses everywhere to just give to people. He gave millions upon millions of dollars to his country, to his communities. He helped out a lot of people. But you have to understand the way Mr. Pablo Escobar was making the money. That's the reason why he died the way he died. It's just, think about history in life, and then it's going to all come together. It's going to all make sense at the end of the day, because you're going to start realizing, like, yo, you know what, this guy's right. You know, Pablo Escobar had all the money in the world, but why he died the way he died at a young age? You know, you think about stuff like that. You think about Jeff Epstein. That's another example. That man had all the money in the world. He had all the connections. If you know presidents, if you are like, listen, I'm talking about if you have a really good friendship with a president, you made it. If you have good friendship with presidents, with kings, with queens of different countries, you made it in life. Seriously, because, and that man had that power. He had the money and he had the power, but at the end of his life, look what had happened. At the end of his life, having all that money and all that power, look how he ended up dying in a prison cell, suffering. So you think about it, dude. Like, this man did so many bad things, you know, to get ahead in life. He did so many bad things, and he was keeping so much secret for other people. But look where he ended up dying. He ended up dying suffering. He didn't die. Jeff Epstein did not die a happy man. Being in prison, being in jail at an older age, you're not a happy man. You're not. You understand what I'm saying? So you have to look at the history in life, man. You have to. You know, look at the people that you surround yourself with. And you start thinking about it, and you start like, yo, bro, paying attention to the history of life, and you start like, damn, like this person had it all, and they, at the end of the life, which meaning that your glory days comes like which in your 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. I'm talking about those are the years when you're supposed to have a comfortable life. Being in your 50s and 60s is not the time that you're supposed to be going to jail or going to prison. You're not. You know, and that's something you see, like I'm talking, but I notice my tongue is mad yellow, but that's because I drink a lot of turmeric. Like every day I drink turmeric twice a day, early in the morning and at the end of the night when I'm going to sleep. So that's just side note though. I probably do, because you guys probably gonna look at this video and be like, damn, why is this guy tongue so red? But that's the reason why. But anyway, man, back to what I was saying. Guys, I notice so many people nowadays taking shortcuts, and that's one of the things that's gonna really make it complicated for a lot of people in this world. Because I truly believe and understood what my grandparents said now, that everything that we do in life, we're gonna have to answer for it sooner or later. Everything that we do, every bad decision, every bad choice we make, eventually we're gonna have to answer for it sooner or later. So to people out there, that if you have family members, friends, that you see them doing things to cut the line, that you see them doing bad things to achieve a better life, talk to them, and the best way to get through to people, tell them pay attention to the history of life. That's it. If you don't believe in history, you're gonna lose out. History tells it all. History tells it all. And if you believe, if you're one of the type of people that honestly sit back and you really think about what I'm saying, you're gonna come to the conclusion like, you know what, bro, this guy's right. Money doesn't make the bad things you do go away. It don't. Temporarily, you probably do. Listen to exactly what I said. Temporarily, money could probably put your bad decision making aside. You probably push it aside, having some money. But I'm telling you right now, the ultimate decision comes down to God and his family. Not from the judges, not from the president. The ultimate decision comes down to God and his family. And once again, you could have good connects with, you could know presidents that could pardon you. You could know presidents that will get you out of prison, get you out of jail because of your connection, because of your money. But I'm telling you right now, regardless, the suffering that comes with doing bad, it never ends. It never ends. Regardless if it doesn't end for you in prison or in jail, it's going to end in a bad way regardless. For all of you guys out there, man, do what's right. You know, stay on the right path. Earn everything you want to have in life. Earn it the hard way. Go through the blood, sweat, and tears. You know, cry to get it. Lose sleep to get it. Because when you get it doing those type of things, when you get it doing right, you're going to have it forever. And you don't have to worry about anything coming back to you older you become in life. Because we're all going to get old. Every single day we go to sleep, we get older. All we can do is exercise, eat right, and just like do the best we can to live a longer life. But we all are growing old every single day. That's just how the world is designed. We have to go to reborn. Every one of us have to die to reborn something else that God has on this planet. We are never going to go away forever. Our souls are always going to travel. But just do what's right every life you get. Every single day God gives you another chance to live a life. Do what's right. Taking shortcuts take years of your life. Believe it or not. Whenever you take shortcuts every single day, you're not moving forward towards a better future. You're actually moving back. And if you're out there selling illegal substances to people, that's doing bad. Believe it or not, because you're taking advantage of somebody else to put money in your pocket. By selling substances to people that you know that's ruining their life, that's, you know, the substance you're selling to people, is killing them. It's actually destroying their lives, destroying the surroundings. But you choose to do it every single day for your benefit. So that's doing bad. Once again, look at history. Big guys like Pablo Escobar who had billions of dollars. He did it for so many years of his life. And look how he ended up dying. And I'm not saying nothing bad about Mr. Pablo Escobar. I'm just trying to bring awareness and tell people to look at the history of life. I'll catch you guys in the next video, man. Until then, guys, always do what's right in the eyes of God and his family. Always pray to God and his family and ask for help from God and his family for whatever you're going through. I promise, God and his family is the only family that we need in this world. Because your best friends will betray you, the people around you will betray you, God and his family will never betray you. So always do what's right in the eyes of God and his family. Always treat people the way you want to be treated. You wouldn't want people to do things to destroy your life, so don't do things to destroy other people's lives. Meaning that the people out there that's selling substances to people to get ahead in life. I'll catch you guys in the next one. And until then, guys, stay safe. Peace.